Nigerians are eager for the price to come down immediately, but the dynamics of the market does not work that way. It will not be easy for the prices to come down, say 1 day, 2 days, even 2 months.
You know, some people, once they discover the price is up, for the price to come down, it's a bit difficult. It's a Nigerian stuff.
A crate of eggs is 4,000 Naira. A mudu of Garri is 1,000 Naira. These two items are basic necessities in a Nigerian household. The food inflation rate in February 2024 quickened to 37.92% on a year-on-year basis, which was 13.57% points higher than the rate recorded in February 2023. In recent years, food prices have been on the rise across Nigeria. The situation deteriorated due to the impact of government policies, such as the removal of subsidies on petrol, among others.
That's the problem. We are the problem of this country. We are our problem ourselves. Like when dollar rose to, was it 1.8 here? A bag of rice was 70,000 naira. Let me use it for that. Yes. And now, a bag of sugar itself was even 70k. Now dollar is 1,200 or something, 1,200 and something naira. And a bag of sugar is 84,000 naira or something, 80-something thousand. What? It's crazy.
In the past months, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has been battling to keep the Naira afloat. Things started looking up towards the end of March, and as of April 8th, the Naira has strengthened against the US dollar from about 1,800 Naira per dollar to 1,117 Naira per dollar. The question Nigerians are asking is, why is it that as the Naira is appreciating, the positive effect of it is yet to be felt in the Nigerian economy? The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has said that inflation caused by currency depreciation in sub-Saharan African countries is 8 times stronger during a depreciation than an appreciation. This means that when currencies in sub-Saharan African countries become stronger compared to foreign currencies, inflation may not decrease as quickly.
The small Indomie was about 12,000, but now it has dropped to 9,000. But some are still the same price, some has increased. But I guess transportation adds to this, not only dollar, because it's not everything they import to the country. Transportation adds to this because of the fuel, increments in fuel. You can't tell me someone, if they're importing something from Lagos down to Abuja and they are paying on a high rate. Like I do business too, and I've been very scared of buying things because my vendor is in Lagos, and you can imagine buying things low. Okay, let's say you are buying things for 4,000 naira and the Weibi money is on the high side too.
It's even higher. Let me take for instance the seaway what I buy. I was buying it at 1,800, but now they are selling it at 2,000 naira. So, and when you meet these people that own these shops, they will only tell you that, okay, you just hear that dollar have reduced. Then what about us? These things we bought them when dollar was high. So you don't expect us to start selling it so cheap because of dollar reduction.
Gabriel Idakolo is a financial analyst. He explains why food and other commodity prices remain high despite the Naira's increase against the dollar.
The first most reasonable reason, as I can put it, is the fact that some of these food products were procured when the dollar was very high. So the stock that is still available will not be sold at a lower price. So most of those market sellers, most of the time, we want to exhaust the existing stock that were procured with a higher exchange rate before they now go ahead to buy the ones that have lower exchange rate. And another issue is that when you look at market dynamics, you also know that if the dollar continues to decrease in value and the Naira strengthens, the marketers will also want to look at the sustainability of that continuous reduction. They will not want a situation whereby it will be fluctuating, in the sense that it reduces by 5 naira today, it goes up by 10 naira tomorrow. So that one also makes most of the people selling in the market to also hold on to the existing prices that they have, apart from the fact that they do not want to sell at a loss because they have bought at a higher price. What that also does is that when you also look at those that is producing these goods as well, they have made procurement. You know, when you are buying exchange rate for production, foreign exchange for production, the production span or the production stock you have could be the one, depending on the company that is producing, whether rice or other products. Now, for example, it could be that, oh, we used to produce a stock for every 3 months, for example. So if the stock that was purchased for that 3 months has not been exhausted, they will be forced to continue to maintain the price, and that is the challenge. They will be forced to continue to maintain the price that is existing until they can now purchase, they can now use the foreign exchange at a lower value to make production. So from the producer side, those that are supplying, or the major suppliers that are supplying the market, it can also cause these delays because the price will remain static until they get new supplies. The last aspect that could also cause continuous increases, or the fact that the price refused to come down, is can also be attributed to excessive profiteering, in the sense that, based on the explanations that I've given, there are some that have moved the full cycle. That is, those that have sold the ones that they had and have purchased at a lower exchange rate, but because of market uncertainties, they keep selling at the old high rate because other people are selling at that same rate. So that amounts to profiteering, or just trying to make excessive profit from the market, which to me is not so good. And another thing that we must also not forget is that, apart from the exchange rate, there are other factors that are causing rising cost of food prices, like cost of transportation, which is not limited to diesel or petroleum costs, which have not come down. So if you apply those costs to transporting those goods to the marketplace, it will also not make it to come down as we expect.
Some of the factors driving this include higher global food and energy prices, supply chain disruptions, and local distribution costs that limits the pass-through of international prices. Idakolo speaks about how the war in Ukraine and other global events have continued to disrupt international supply chains for food and other commodities, and how this has kept prices high worldwide.
Nigeria operates in a global economy, and Ukraine is a 70 to 80% agrarian community, and Ukraine is one of the largest producers of wheat vis-a-vis Russia. And these two major power in wheat production are at war. So when you look at that situation, it is going to reduce the production. Even if it is produced, it will reduce the navigational challenges of bringing it to suppliers in Africa, for example. We also know that because of the war in Israel with Hamas, the Yemeni rebels or the Yemeni army are affecting, they are causing obstructions in shipping routes. So shipping routes are not taking the conventional way as it used to, the shortest route to their destination. They are circling around Africa, causing more days on sea and increasing cost of production. So all this culminates in the fact that these goods might not arrive at their destination on time. They might not be produced or shipped like it used to be because of war. Because, for example, the scarcity, so to say, of wheat, which is used for bread and other products, has affected the cost of bread, for example, because it is not coming from those major producers. Although I know Nigeria used to produce wheat, but we do not have self-sufficiency in such production. It is competition that will also spoil such postulations at the end of the day. Because when we see people that are buying at a lower rate and are introducing to the market at the lower rate, all these people that wants to be selling at higher rate will be forced to comply. The issue of price control has been mooted to even the government, but there is a strong resistance from the government or reluctance to enforce price control. But if we do not want to enforce price control directly because we are in a privatized economy and we are not in a military regime, for example, there are other ways of ensuring that prices are fair and they are stable. And that is engagement, market engagement. The government, through its agencies, can engage the market through the market leaders and market associations all over the world, all over Nigeria, to be able to put emphasis on what makes the price to continue to go up, like the issue of transportation, like the issue of cost of production and procurement, and look at price band to ensure that we apply this price band even in petroleum products, for example, where the PPRA or the people that regulate will tell us, okay, you can sell petrol between the range of 617 that NNPC is selling to 670 or thereabout, depending on the region. So this price band can also be instituted in trying to curb excessive profiteering and in trying to regularize the market, instead of introducing a direct policy to force price at a particular range. If it is in a band and you sell within that range, competition will also make some other people to reduce their price on the long run. When they see that when you come to a particular market, for example, and a bag of rice is being sold by your neighbor for 55,000 and you are selling at 60, you discover that you will not be able to sell while your neighbor continues to sell. So, but when there is no price band, everybody does whatever he wants.
I think there are agencies on ground that are regulating prices of these things, and it should be done to the local market. Not just they should regulate prices, and they should punish those people that are just inflicting prices arbitrarily. I will use that word. So please, something should be done about that. It's crazy, and if care is not taken, people start the rate of crimes will be going higher with this, because what is coming in is not even capturing what is going out. That is, your income is not even covering 40% of your expenses. It's crazy. So government should work on this to the local market, local level, please.
There seems to be some form of relief at the moment for Nigerians. We hope the government will take the necessary steps to improve the country's economic situation. For now, let me quote Reno Wamakri: "Grow to Naira, buy Niger."